Hello and good evening. Oh, I left our hats on. Whoops.
Hey!
Hi, everybody.
Are they Christmas hats?
They are. Yeah. Hang on a second.
Yay!
Let's whoop. There we go. Let's do a little bit of.
My hat is not where it should be.
Well,
Or was not where it should be.
no, I was busily setting that up before this. Maybe that was the
Why
thing.
do I get the elf hat and you get the Santa hat?
Do you really need to ask that question?
No.
I think it explains itself.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, but I've got the cool Christmas jumper on, and Sam doesn't.
Wow, you just insulted your mother.
Oh, I did. Yeah, but it's not a Christmas jumper.
Oh.
It's just a jumper.
Oh, when did I receive this jumper?
Yeah, but it's not a specifically Christmas themed jumper.
I think you'll find a knitted red woolen jumper like this is pretty festive.
Fair. Yeah, but it's not a trumpet with a hat on.
No, that's I'm not slamming that. It's a very fine jumper.
I still want to know where your parents got this from. It's just, how do you find a Christmas jumper that's a trumpet? That seems very specific.
I can tell you.
Yes.
You can probably guess.
I can probably guess.
A Google search.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there.
Yeah. Anyway, hello everybody. Sorry, we got derailed talking about Christmas jumpers.
Yeah. Nice one, Lynn. Thank you.
Wow.
Actually, yeah. Let's put some music on.
Savage, but also yes.
Yeah, it's fair.
Not all the work.
Quite a lot of the work.
A lot of the work, but I mean, yeah, I feel like you don't necessarily take the credit for that. You're very good about not wanting to take credit for someone else's work.
51.49.
Fair enough. Hello, nerd.
No.
We are nerds, Josh.
Yeah,
You're allowed to call us nerds.
I'll be a nerd. Why not?
Yeah. Hello, everybody. How are we all doing? Lovely to see you all here. And other words of greeting.
Oh, Lady Mephistopheles, yes, you subbed while we were goofing.
Yay!
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the 14 months of
Thank you
subscriptions.
very much indeed.
Wow,
That's almost a year.
The music up a little bit loud. Don't mind me. 1 second. It's a banger of a track.
What have you got on?
This is the Chilliteratea soundtrack playlist which I made, which is just a bunch of music from video games. And this one in particular is from Euphoria.
Oh, nice.
By Milia. It's called Petal Pool, and it's
very nice.
It's got a real nice bassy vibe to it. I hope it's coming through properly on the stream.
Bassy vibe.
Yeah.
You've been obsessed with getting nerdy Christmas jumpers, Ray Tracy. You got Jurassic Park, Ghostbusters for your husband, and Fallout for your brother-in-law. Excellent. A good trio of things. Also have the Suicide Squad.
1 second.
Ah, of course. Meow. But yes, hello everybody. Season's greetings. We did not do one of these last month because
Season's greetings.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't have a chance to do one last month because I was in Germany for most of it, and then got back, and we were both kind of a bit knackered. And also, literally the day I got back, a cold befell me. So you did not have voice. Yeah, I was just a bit. So this is sort of our November and December one, I guess.
We're combining them.
Yes, it's just no. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I took part in I think it's called November. It's where you try not to vember at all for like the entire time.
Oh,
and
no, stop.
I did a decent job. I managed to get through most of it.
Da, 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 da. Not quite the same.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Hello, Joey. He's staring at you.
Yeah. Hang on a second. Okay, so yeah, you talk about December.
Germany.
Yeah.
What? Oh.
Yeah,
December, you mean November?
Yeah, what with that?
Oh no, we've confused Sam already.
There we go.
Joey's face! Joey's little face! Oh! Oh, best boy gets hat.
Yes.
Oh, precious baby. Germany was great, thanks. For people who have asked. Yeah, it was a really, really fun time. Tiring, but not actually as tiring as I expected it to be. But yeah, it was very cool. We sort of had a week and a bit of rehearsals, and actually no, less than a week. It was maybe like 4 or 5 days of rehearsals, and then we toured to Vienna, Cologne, back to Cologne, which was where we were rehearsing, and to Hamburg, and it was very cool. Got to play in the Musikverein in Vienna, which is quite the Vienna Philharmonic Orchestra are a bit tight-fisted sometimes with allowing people to play in that hall. For anybody who knows anything about like either Vienna or classical music, the Musikverein is where the New Year's Day concert is held and streamed worldwide. Not streamed worldwide, but broadcast worldwide. And it's very gold and it's very extra. And it's a fun hall. It's one of those halls that like amplifies all the bassy sounds, and not so much of the high stuff. So like you play a note and it just goes whoosh, and just like So basically, we realised that maybe the Vienna Philharmonic play a lot quieter and a lot shorter than anybody realises to actually be able to play in that hall without it sounding like mush. But it's an absolutely stunning building inside and out. Most of Vienna's buildings are, to be fair. But that was really nice. I've been to Vienna once before, but never in the winter. So it was really nice to be able to wander around then. And then Cologne was Cologne. Nice concert hall. Cologne's not a particularly pretty place, given that most of it got bombed in the war. The cathedral looks like something out of Bloodborne. Which I can't take credit for, because I think both Sam and Diana have separately said, this just looks like Bloodborne. When I
was going, this looks like Warhammer 40,000 set, like
scenery, that's what you said.
Yeah,
Diana said it looked like Bloodborne, which is correct.
Just suddenly, like, just massive, very, very narrow, very tall, like, Gothic-looking cathedral that's just almost black against the daytime sky. Like,
it is. It is.
Yeah.
Bloody flies. Yes, Cologne was Cologne. Cologne was Cologne. Yeah, there's not a lot there. It's a nice enough place. But yeah, there's not a whole load there. And then Hamburg, there has only been one concert hall, apart from this one, that has genuinely left me speechless and taken my breath away. And that was the Royal Albert Hall the first time I saw it. And to be fair, I was like 13 at the time. Sort of walking in and just seeing this enormous space inside was just like whoosh. The Elbphilharmonie in Hamburg is enormous. I cannot emphasize how big it is. It's just ridiculous. Like you go in.
She sent me so many pictures.
It was so pretty.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's not like.
It's an architectural marvel.
It looks cool as heck.
So cool. I don't actually know who the architect was. It was completed in 2017, and basically the idea was, because Hamburg's on the, it's a port city, so it's the concert hall was designed to be put over what was once a shipping warehouse. And they were just like, okay, cool, we'll just plonk a concert hall on the top of it. And then they realised that the warehouse wasn't structurally able to hold up this enormous concert hall they were going to put on top of it. So they had to redo the entire warehouse. So there's this big brick kind of rectangle, basically, with little windows in that I think contains a car park and a hotel. And then on top is this incredible sort of... it's got like a waved roof, so it sort of goes like that. And it is the tallest building for quite a way around. It is like, it's almost, it's like an office block kind of level height. And it's all around it is glass. So basically every dressing room, and the thing I love about it is, sorry, I'm going to nerd out here.
Go for it. It's good content.
It's architecturally insane. It's also a little bit dangerous because turns out Hamburg really bloody windy. So like some of the balconies on it were just closed off. Don't go there. You will get blown away. But it's astonishing. And inside as well is fascinating because the sort of front of house stuff. So like where if you're an audience member, you go in, it's all like angular and sort of slightly brutalist, but it's all like white and pale wood. It's very pretty. And then you walk into the concert hall and it's all like organic shapes. Like everything is kind of, it kind of looks like you're going into an alien spaceship. The acoustic in there is like nothing I've ever played in. It's insane. But the best bit, I mean, the hall is the best bit, but the second best bit for a musician playing there is because it's a specially designed and built concert hall, the backstage is enormous. You have your own canteen as a musician. It's fantastic. It's a very nice canteen. Every instrument group in the orchestra has their own dressing room. So there was a trumpet dressing room. There was a tuba dressing room. There was one tuba player.
Dang.
There was a clarinet dressing room, one clarinetist, oboe dressing room, one oboist, for our group at least. It was great. So basically everybody got their own dressing room, and every single dressing room had floor-to-ceiling windows that you could look out, obviously curtains as well, but like you could look out onto it was just insane. And then sort of just behind the stage doors, there was this big wall that had all these hooks with silhouettes of instruments. And they were obviously specially reinforced hooks with like felt on them, so you could hang your instrument there. So there was a whole section for all the violins. There was a section for the horns. The trumpets had a little shelf. Trombones had their own. Everybody had their own section. Double basses, I think, sort of they've given up with the double basses because they're like, well, they can just put them on the floor, or they'll be on stage. But like they have thought of everything, and it's so cool. And personal, like, thing that I love, because you don't actually get it in a lot of concert halls, and it's really bad, loads of water dispensers, because for some reason that is a rarity, and I don't know why. It's ridiculous. Like, if you're going on a very warm stage with light on your face the entire time, you are going to get dehydrated. You need water, and it's very, very bad and faux pas to take water on stage with you, especially as a classical musician. So having water backstage, kind of important. So yeah, there were water dispensers everywhere, and it was great. Yeah, and the lighting rig was like properly in the roof. So they have this kind of weird, like, alien spaceship type looking, it's almost like an upside down mushroom that comes out, and it's got like speakers hanging from it. That I assume can retract. I think they can retract. And then above that is like this ring, this blue, sort of not entirely circular, because again it's all kind of organic, ring where the lighting rig is. And so we were just sitting watching the lighting technicians just walking around. I was like, how do you get up there? That looks fun. So yeah, insane concert hall. And I know you can have they do tours of the building. So you can, like, yeah, get tours of the building, which is absolutely 100% worth it. So if any of you are ever in Hamburg and this sounds like something you'd like to see, absolutely. I don't know how expensive they are, but absolutely go and have a look at the Elbphilharmonie, which apparently is affectionately known as the Elfie, which I think is quite cute, because it's an absolute work of art. And it's depressing that we will never get anything like it in the UK. But yeah, so yeah, Germany and Austria was very cool, and Hamburg's a really cool place actually. It's a bit like Liverpool, in its kind of like warehousey, dock, canal-y type thing. I was very sad though. Everywhere I went, the Christmas markets opened like the day after I'd left. Very rude. But yeah, why is it bad to take water on stage? It is A, because you could spill it on someone's instrument, and B, like, it is literally just like, oh, it looks bad. It looks amateurish. It doesn't. For some reason, we just have that as a hang-up amongst all the many hang-ups one has in the classical music industry. So, not great.
Oh, I've just realised we've been muted this whole time. I'm really sorry.
Ha 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 ha. Ha.
Chats have been watching me stroke Joey.
That's fair. You once had to share a stage with musicians who kept spilling water on the stage. Big note for dancers, but ballerinas. Oh boy, yeah, no, bad time. I mean, if you have water on stage, have it in a sealed bottle. I mean, woodwind double reed players, so clarinetists, oboists, and bassoonists, usually have to take a little pot. They usually have a little pot of water on stage so that they can soak their reeds in, because talk to any double reed player and they will say that they have a spare reed, because reeds do crack occasionally in concert, and it sounds like someone's just killed a duck. And it just suddenly happens, and it's...
Oh. Now, chat, good test. Did Lucy just cut out, or is this my internet that's
they have
just
a
gone?
spare reed. No.
You froze and it just did like the rush to catch up thing. And I don't know. Yeah. I jumped in.
No, where did it stop?
Yeah. Was I still talking while Lucy was frozen? You saw it. Because we're trying to figure out whether it's her internet or mine. I'm not dropping frames, so I feel like it's not me. And this isn't me trying to be like, it's your fault. But if Lucy froze.
My internet...
Weird.
My internet looks fine.
Okay.
That is very odd.
Right.
Yeah. But, yeah. So basically, double reed players do take a little pot of water on. And they're usually very careful with it, but occasionally that gets spilled. But it's usually only about, like, that much. So
would you advise against taking, say, a Ziploc bag of water?
That'd be entertaining.
Just a homemade Capri Sun. Just like...
Yeah. What you do is you find the nearest cellist and go, hey, you know your spike on the bottom of the cello? Could you just pierce this with it?
Just carefully. But like, we don't want it to go everywhere. But just like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, bad times. Yeah. Also, cellos are lethal.
Mm-hmm.
Cello spikes. I have been nearly gored by a cello spike many times. Yeah. But also, Salad, talking about ballerinas falling on stage. I recently saw a production of Cinderella, and they...
Sorry.
Joey's loving it. Joey's having a great time.
He's getting so much fuss.
He is. He's staring at you. Yes, saw a production of Cinderella where they... I can't remember for sort of whose entrance it was. I think it was like for the fairies and stuff. They had confetti, which is always a aha moment when you've got like a whole bunch of ballerinas on stage. And yes, people did slip. And it's just like, why have you decided that this is an artistic decision you must make? So. Oh, wasn't falling for you many water ruining your shoes? Yes, that is fair. Which are way too precious, yes. Oh, snowflakes, yes.
You look so sad.
Does. Bless him. But yes, anyway, that was my Germany story time. I hope everybody enjoyed it.
Yay.
Yay. Yeah, it was fun. Also, I can't remember who it was. Someone from either our Discord or the John's Discord. Can't remember who it was. I think it was Nuri. Maybe it was Nuri.
I remember you saying, you got...
Recommended that I should try Franzbrötchen in Hamburg, which are like cinnamon rolly type things. Whew. It was a good recommendation. Very nice. 10 out of 10.
Nice.
Turns out Germany and baked goods are just a great combination. One of your classmates in middle school was Clara in the Nutcracker one year and slipped on snowflakes and just got laid out. Oh no. Oh, she popped right back up. Well, that's good. It's when they stay down that you're like, oh, shit. However, I did also recently watch a production of Don Quixote, and the main male dancer, who sadly is one of, well, not sadly, but is one of my favourite dancers ever. Turns out, he fell on stage, and I was like, okay, the fall itself didn't look that bad, but why did he fall? And then the curtain came down. It's like, oh, God. Shit, something bad's happened. Turns out he tore his ACL. So, poor guy.
Yeah.
He's now snapped his Achilles on stage, which he had a very long recovery from. Got back on stage, has been dancing for maybe just under a year or so, and now has torn his flipping knee. Poor guy. Just sucks. He's had a run of absolute shit luck. Yeah. So yeah, but like watching that and going, oh, something's wrong here. It's just the worst thing, because you're just like, oh no, oh no. It's like, am I watching a dancer's career die in real time?
Yeah.
But I think an ACL tear is a lot more treatable and recoverable from than an Achilles snapping,
Yeah.
and he managed to recover and get back into shape for that. So from that, so hopefully he can. He just rolled a few nat one too many. Yep.
Another
ballet
dex
is
check.
fun.
Oh.
Yeah, ballet is safe. Although to
Yeah.
be fair, like the physio team they have there is at the Royal Opera House in London. The phio team they have there is, I think,
stuff up on. So I'm just turning you down a little bit
fantastic.
because I noticed it peaking, and I realise that's probably.
Oh, am I
showing up on
loud?
Zoom. You're mostly fine. Is every now and then it jumps up to the reds when you get when you get excited about stuff. I don't know.
Oh, I shouldn't get excited about things.
No.
I should just talk in a monotone the entire time.
Yes, exactly.
I just sounded brummy there for a second. Talking
Sorry,
in monotone
Birmingham.
the entire time. From Birmingham. Sorry, Birmingham.
Yeah.
A great feeling.
You get it a lot, and you don't deserve it.
Is it raining? No.
I mean, chat's not going to be able to tell because I have the rain sounds on.
Oh, right.
Plus music,
Nice.
so
But yes.
But yeah.
What other news and things do we have? How is Sam?
How am I? I'm okay. I've been kept busy by various things. I'm trying to think what. I mean, I guess most of the stuff that I have been up to isn't like this channel related. It's Longest John's related because of the whole.
Boo! Who are they? They're rubbish.
Just some guys.
Yeah.
Whatever. Weird. Yeah, the whole like tour and the Kickstarter campaign, pre-order stuff, all going on. That has been keeping me busy. Not least, for both of us, now that we can finally talk about it, writing short stories for that.
Yay.
Which does bring us back around tangentially onto this channel.
Yes.
Because we
Stories. That is something we do.
Exactly.
Oh, salad. Okay, well, it's news to salad at least.
Okay, right, great. Captive audience. You can't leave now. Don't.
You have to stay here.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. The art for the album came in, and all of us were like, "Ooh, this is really good. This goes. You've been in thesis hell. Oh right. Oh well, okay.
I hope that's finishing soon.
I almost want to try and put the art up on stream, but that's. I could do it, but it will take a second and it will be deeply unprofessional with me clicking around on things. But yeah, so we got some really cool artwork in for their album, which was commissioned by, I want to say, Helg C. Bolzer, who I think,
amazing name.
Yeah, I think he's German, I want to say, and has done work for Wizards of the Coast. Not Wizards. Just I know some wizards,
Gandalf's
warlocks,
favorite artist,
which is just some magical folk what live in the woods. No, he's done work for Wizards of the Coast and stuff like Magic the Gathering grade card art and stuff, I believe. And somehow, I guess the Johns were able to get him to do the piece for their album, and it came in, and we were like, oh, this is really cool and striking and evocative, and could probably do more, function more than just I'll put it in chat.
One of those names is slightly harder to say than it is to read.
That should be it. I will get to your question in a bit, Kat. Yeah, and it came in and we're oh, and started chucking around ideas, and it was JD's suggestion. He was saying maybe some kind of TTRPG campaign or a story, some kind of fiction or whatever. And I was wait, stop on that word. I know that one. Do that. Let's. Oh wait, short stories. Give me a week.
Yes.
And went away, and then the following, I think it was the following weekend, because we have our meetings on a Monday, I eventually was okay, I have a bit of an idea, and I wrote a short section and showed it to Lucy, who was good, change these things, because you were editing the whole thing, so I was writing it basically
that makes me sound awful.
no
it's very good.
I will take credit for the content, but the polish is you, so
I don't know.
Yeah,
You added bits as well.
but thank you. But yeah, so I did that and showed it around and was like, hey, this is well, I say everyone. JD and Abby and Ian, the ones that were kind of interested, really, everyone that matters. No.
Yeah.
Andy and Robbie, also good people. And yeah. And they're like, okay, great, do more. And then I realised, oh no, I've just been commissioned to write, do something I've never done before and actually finish a short story. And so, yeah, that's kind of how that came about. And sort of from there, we sort of angling like, well, I know some other people who can also write, like namely Lucy and Diana, and
yes, one of whom is a professional writer.
Yes,
that is not me.
No, but yeah. So it's like, okay, well, let's talk to some people and see what we can do, and yeah, we managed to get a bunch of really cool short stories, which frankly, like the brief on which has to have been quite difficult in terms of like, here is some artwork which depicts a fantasy world. Now write a short story based in this world that doesn't somehow completely destroy the canon created in the other short stories that you've not seen yet. It's not an easy mark to hit. No. And that's where, like, Lucy and I were kind of sat in the middle of this watching things take place and come in and being like, okay, no, that's good, but we need to change that, rewrite that a little bit to make it fit and stuff. But we have
it's all come together quite well.
I am genuinely pleased, like truly pleased with the stories that we've got, and I can't wait for people to see them. We have now created a little bit of a lore document to assist on things that might go forward. I don't know, like we want to, we're waiting to see how people react to it and how people take to it, to sort of decide what happens to it next. I suppose I will actually say, because I think it got mentioned during your stream the other day, and I was in chat, where there's been a bit of basically when the stories have been mentioned, I've seen people saying, oh, I'm really glad I got the companion book. I'm just shouting to Longest John's PR now, sorry. Saying, oh, I'm glad I've got the companion book. There are still decisions being made sort of back and forth on whether or how many go into the companion book, which if that's like a deal breaker for you, then I'd want people to know. And when we have decided one way or the other, we will make sure that information is out there for people to see and to know, to make the correct decision. At the very least, the one that is already up should be in there. So if you like that and you just want it in a printed copy, then great. But yes, like there's a lot of other stuff. I'm going to
be a published writer.
It's weird. But so that's kind of the state of that. But yeah, just want to make sure that everyone has the correct information for the thing that they're going to be buying. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's going to be in there anyway that I think people are going to like. So that's cool. Now there's a question from Kat. If you were theoretically attempting to write a short story after seeing that, would it be appropriate to post it on Chilliteracy? I think so, yes.
Yeah, probably.
Cause like, yeah.
I was going to say about reading, and like there might possibly, we don't know yet for sure whether there's going to be any kind of audiobook version.
Yeah. It's like that question did get asked on. I think it was Lynn mentioned it. I think Lynn mentioned it as a joke, and I was like, no, we've discussed that. Like again, that there aren't concrete plans in terms of doing an audiobook or some kind of read aloud version. But it is definitely a conversation that has come up and will be ongoing. So it's not a yes, but it's not a no. Is I guess the best. It doesn't really give you any information, but yeah, it's definitely something that has been considered and discussed, and hopefully will happen. But I don't know the fine details on that. Yeah, in terms of like other people doing stuff and like kind of writing your own short fiction based on this, like that's kind of the idea. We want it to be a thing that inspires people to go and do your own. Like when sort of pitching this whole premise to everyone else, like one of the words I use, and I think Robbie said it on stream, or maybe JD, I don't know, was blazeball, which is a different thing. That was, like that was sort of surreal horror themed fantasy baseball league thing. Blazeball mentioned, yeah, right, chat activated, off you go. I think Lucy might have frozen a little bit again. Oh no.
Yeah, my internet's having.
There
I don't
you
know if
go.
it's mine or yours.
No
idea.
I don't think it's mine. I don't like accusing. I'm not accusing. Yours is doing its best, and we're all doing our best, including Joey, who is asleep on my lap.
Yes.
But yeah, so like obviously Blazeball was a different thing because it was, you had just like the game ongoing, and everyone's like, oh, these characters, I'm going to create fan art and backstories for this. I have a name, Jessica Telephone. Well, from that, I'm gonna design what she looks like and create an entire personality for her. And so that was kind of like a thing, like a good example to me of a way that a community can. Jessica mentioned, right, nice. The way that like a community can like pick up a thing, and like you give the community the parts and say, like, here are some things, take it and run. And that's a very interesting, exciting thing for me. That I would, in some ways, yeah, if we can find a way to inspire and encourage that would be great. As it is, I feel like, yeah, it's sort of an endorsement of an encouragement to write fanfic. Like take this stuff that we're giving you, take this world and these rules and these characters and this sort of framework, and go ham, go crazy, go silly, go write your own stories, and watch out AO3 are coming. Exactly, like go for it. The question that I have been wondering is, how does that affect us as the writers going forward, where like how a lot of writers, I feel like, if I say, I don't follow and encounter a lot of writers, but I feel like the thing that I see a lot is, I love that you write fanfic, please don't send it to me because I can't look at it. As someone who, because no one wants to be accused of plagiarism. No one wants to. No. Well, we've all seen the H-Bomber Guy video. Most people don't want to plagiarize. I certainly don't, and I know that none of the people working on this want to. And so you get that sort of difficult situation of, I want to encourage you to do this, I want you to do it, but also I probably can't look at it because I don't want you to then go, oh hey, you've used my character. I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah.
So that's something we've been trying to figure out, how to like handle that going forward. But that's getting way off topic and way ahead of things. Yeah, like back to the question of like, yeah, if you want to write stuff, go ahead and write it. Posting it to Chilliteracy Discord is, I guess that does feed into that question. Is probably fine. Like, I think I don't want to say no, don't put it where I can see it, but yeah.
Oh, it was based on the word voyage only. It has nothing to do with TRGR.
Oh right. Okay. Oh yeah, go for it.
it.
Yeah, absolutely. Philly boots.
I don't know where you put it, but
yeah, we don't really have a.
That's me. We need to have a writing thing.
I mean, I guess it can be somewhere in the forum, like make a thread for it or something.
Oh yeah, bung like a writing thread in the bookcase or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea. Self-penned things or something. Yes, go for it.
Yeah.
Writing is encouraged.
Yeah, but
turns out we like writing.
Yeah,
weird.
Yeah.
Words.
But yeah, in terms of like what I've been up to, that's been, I guess, the main thing occupying my brain for the last few months, frankly. And yeah, it's really cool that it's now like starting to appear in front of people, and people are saying nice things about it. And
yay!
And I'm looking forward to all the nice things that you're going to say about the other stuff as well, because again, like, everyone's done a really good job, and I'm just excited for it to get in front of people and for you to be like, oh, this is cool as well. Like,
yeah. And on Chilliteracy notes, we were going to talk about Patreon.
We were.
We're thinking of setting up a Patreon.
Yes.
Because we have too many things. And I know I've mentioned this on my stream, and I think you probably mentioned it on yours too. We have so many things in so many places.
Yeah.
We've got Bandcamp, we've got Coffee, and here, obviously, and
Yeah.
YouTube. And yeah, we were thinking possibly consolidating both those two things into a Patreon, because more
Yeah.
people use Patreon, it seems.
Well, it seems like what Ray Tracer just said. Like, you mention it and people go, "Oh, yes, I like Patreon. I would use that." I'm like, okay, good.
Yeah.
That is useful intel to us. That's yeah.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, like personally, I would be thinking like 3 tiers. Basically, everybody gets the same thing, but if you choose to support us with more, that is obviously great.
Yeah.
But entirely up to you. We don't really want to restrict things to, if you give us more money, we only give you these things. Then that feels a bit meh.
Yeah, I don't like the whole kind of thanks. It's especially if like everyone's giving you money. If you want to. I don't even like the sort of segregating stuff by if you can or you can't pay anything, because I can't afford to subscribe to every Twitch channel that I watch quite a lot of. I have a few, and even now I still keep looking at those like maybe I should cut one, but there's none that I really want to cut off the list. But yeah, it's money's hard at the moment for a lot of people, and sort of putting up big walls and fences and going no, you can't. That doesn't feel good.
No.
And so yeah, we wouldn't want to do something like that, and have well, these people paid more, so give the bourgeoisie their special hats. Nothing like that.
Yeah. Would we be leaving Bandcamp? I don't know. I mean, currently, from what we can see, at least on our end, we haven't got a lot of people who use our Bandcamp.
Yeah.
So if it's easier for more people to use Patreon, for example, then that would probably make more sense.
Yeah.
We could also just leave up the stuff that is currently on Bandcamp. But like we're planning on basically. Hey?
Sorry, Andy, but give the bourgeoisie their special hats. He says while wearing a special hat. It's a Santa hat.
Special though. Okay, it's only for one time of year.
Okay.
But yeah, we're thinking of basically moving everything that is currently on Bandcamp like over to Patreon, so that we're not like taking anything away from anybody, so you could still access all of the stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we'll excuse the noise of bins being taken out in the background. Yeah, in theory, we could probably still leave Bandcamp up if people still want to use that. It's not gonna, it's not gonna change anything really. But yeah, we'd still like to kind of consolidate everything in one place on Patreon.
I think what I would probably feel confident saying is going away would be like the actual Bandcamp subscription. I think because like keeping up with that on a monthly basis has turned out to be a lot more work than than we anticipated. I'm not sure. Like it's.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily more work than we'd anticipated. It's just other stuff got in the way.
Yeah.
And like at least for me, because I'm the one doing the editing, like. Yeah. I obviously, as a freelance musician, have a career that is like occasionally I'll just have an entire month that's busy and won't be able to do anything. So like Oh
no, we just lost Lucy again. So a quick vamp.
Tied down to.
There we go. You're coming back now. It cut again.
Ugh. With Patreon, I was gonna say with Patreon we're slightly less tied down to monthly things. Like we can just put stuff up whenever. And you get to access it if you're a patron. If there were downloads, etc., with the Patreon, that would be lovely. That's what I would like to have.
Yeah.
We will look into it. I think I'm pretty sure you can download things on Patreon. I think it works.
If we can do stuff like that, then yeah, absolutely that would be great, because that would kind of. I think we've lost Lucy again. Yep. There you go. You're back. Hello. So you froze for a second.
My last little bit was we'll work that out.
Yeah.
And then I didn't say anything else.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's it. The main thing is like the keeping up with when you're asking people for a subscription, and it's like we'll be doing a new thing every month, and then you struggle to keep up with that. it doesn't feel good and it doesn't look good. So
No.
we don't want to do that and feel like we're sort of denying people value that they've paid for. So we feel like sort of shifting over to Patreon and probably. We've moved around a lot on these different platforms, but I think Patreon I think we've sort of been like orbiting Patreon. It's like, well, no, okay, let's try Coffee. No, okay, let's try Bandcamp. No, okay. And we'll probably just settle there and be like, oh yeah, we should have just done this at the start.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You can set up a special RSS feed for podcasts with Patreon. Yeah, I know a few podcasts that use Patreon. So yeah, maybe too much work. Yeah. Again, we'll have to look into it.
Yeah.
Have to find a level where you can contribute to a Patreon thing without it being too much extra work. Yeah.
Yeah. If you provide enough value for the people who are subscribing that it's actually worth your while to you get enough out of it for what you're giving, but we're also not running ourselves into the ground doing a whole bunch of extra stuff it's stuff that we can deliver and we feel like we can actually confidently deliver that people want is the happy medium.
Yeah. We were also talking about maybe finding a possibility of making our VODs, YouTube VODs, downloadable somehow. We don't know how we'd do that, but it's a thought.
Yeah, I think that's there's a few different ways you can do it. There's YouTube Premium, but then YouTube gets the money for that, which is nice for them. There's software that will just do that. But if that's something we can actually provide to people in a way that will be helpful and useful, then we can have a think, or if people have suggestions, we're happy to take them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the current plan.
Yeah.
And it does mean it means we can name the tiers as well.
Right.
It means we can actually be official Chilliteratea.
Right.
Is that the name for chat? Chat, was that your name? Chilliteratea, right?
Probably. When we rode over, I just referred to everyone as the average book enjoyers.
Yes.
But
also Chilliteratea's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I keep meaning to make a little... Right. Emotes? I know you had an idea for an emote, but that's the other one I keep on meaning to add to the list.
So we have a couple. We've got a paid emote and a free one.
Dickens Hugo Ordner's tier names. Nice. Sorry, carry on.
That's right. We have a paid emote slot and a free emote slot. Or like a follower emote slot. So I don't know if there's any preference.
I feel like follower can be good story.
Yeah.
Which was your idea.
Yeah, well, because I was gonna suggest the same thing. So this is a conversation we had like about an hour ago, where I was like, why don't we have an emote that just says "cool story," which would that feels like the sort of thing like how it's quite funny actually because I'm back on the Longest Johns when they're on some guys when they're on Jingle Jam. I think it was their first.
Pencil.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
Sorry,
anyway,
carry on.
Okay. On their first Jingle Jam appearance this year, people were in chat saying adequate, and the first person that did it got like timed out by the mods for being rude, and then everyone had to jump in and went, no, it's fine, it's an in joke. It means you're doing it's don't worry about it, and like sorry, and that was very funny to me. Yeah. So that and Ray Tracy, you saw it as well. Yeah, right. It's just like blam.
That's great.
No, and so like oh wow, it finally worked. It finally got someone in trouble, which isn't the goal, but it's quite funny.
Yeah.
But because I feel because obviously cool story, bro, is quite a common dismissal of. When someone's just sat talking for ages, for instance, about their, about how cool Hamburg is and stuff, and you go, oh yeah, cool story, bro. It's
wow.
Exactly. It feels rude. So if we have an emote that says cool story, it could look like it's being rude or dismissive if it pops up in other people's chats. But if it's exactly like thanks, thanks Andy Vance, that's great. But if we have it as a follower only one that can only, I think follower only ones can only be used on your channel, in which case we'd be perfectly safe because we don't know what it means.
Yeah.
Unless one of you wanted to be rude, and why would you do that? So, and it would probably just say cool story, not cool story, bro.
Yeah.
Because, you know. Yeah. But, yeah, so that might be one. Yeah, are you sketching out an emote design right now?
Maybe.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's not, like, chat being rude? No, never. Couldn't be. Is this just going to be a live art stream now? Do we...
Hang on.
Okay. Everybody wait while Lucy does some drawing.
Very rough. It looks like a hair. It looks like hair. Hang on. See if my camera actually focuses.
No.
Camera. Camera.
I can just about see it.
There is a book, like an upturned book and an eye.
Oh, that's very good. That is.
I was thinking because that's literally the Illuminati.
That is very
thing, the
strong.
triangle on the eye, and now my.
No one. Where's the no one steal it.
Mine.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
My OC don't steal.
Yeah.
So yeah, because like the original Illuminati, like the eyes got some like it looks like a pencil drawing. It's like got some cross hatching on it and stuff.
Yeah. Are you pretty sure follower emotes can be used anywhere? Well, then if you use it in someone else's and it gets you banned, that's on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
OC don't. Ha! Beat you to it, Josh.
Also, I laughed. I love Salad's art stream. We like to see it because I know that phrase is we love to see it, and so just for you to downgrade it to yeah, we like it.
We like to see
it's,
it.
Again,
we
in that
it.
line of like, yeah, adequate. You know, cool story. We like this. It's okay. You're doing. No, it's very funny to me. I know what you mean. I know what you're saying. It's just very funny.
That's great.
You're doing a decent job.
Yes. You are
No,
meeting the bare minimum.
You're absolutely fine, Salad. Follow emotes can now be used by subscribers in any channel on Twitch. Followers who are not subscribers may continue. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Right.
Let's put some barriers up. Yeah. Okay.
I also want to redo the drama emote as well because that's illegible.
Fair.
But also I do like the concept of it. I feel like we need an emote that has something to do with the Count of Monte Cristo, given that so much of our time streaming was spent reading that bloody book.
You say our time. Your
My
time
streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got to read through most of my short story collection.
Yes. And also fish.
Well, yeah, but I mean that.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Fish facts.
Yes, but that was before you got onto Monte Cristo.
Oh.
I just meant like for the duration that you were reading Monte Cristo. I was just like short stories.
Short story.
I'd help. I'm running out.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're glad there will be no no bros here.
No.
I mean, the only other phrase that I like with cool story is cool story needs more dragons.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what it's from.
No idea.
But I just remember that being a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's from, but to read the entire Monte Cristo and go, cool story.
Yeah. I've wanted. It's like every now and then, like I'll come up, just like a thought will occur. It's not like I've sat and written it down.
I know. Thought?
For like a sketch or something, and I just love to do like all the kind of react videos and stuff, and just like someone reacts to. In this case, it would be like the Count of Monte Cristo. And
oh my god! It's like a 20-hour long.
Yeah,
video.
exactly. And it's literally you just sit there and it's like, oh, I'm gonna react to the Count of Monte Cristo, and just turn page.
Yeah, just read it silently and just
And to get to the end, like, it's good.
Yeah. Bit long.
Yeah. That's right. And that, yeah.
That's another very good idea for like an April Fool's stream.
Yeah.
Just read it silently. I caught the fly.
It's a very long walk for a very mid joke.
Yes.
Which is my brand, but you know, you're still asking someone to sit in front of a camera for like 20 hours, just painstakingly turning pages. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder how long it would actually take me.
We can look.
No. To read with my eyes.
Oh, like just
not speaking.
Speed read.
My reading time.
Some of us read at the same speed out loud and inside because our tongues move. Others, like you, just like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like a scanner.
Yeah.
Just put my face in the book and just osmosis.
I mean, Chance probably picks up on this when we're playing like text games.
Yes. Sorry.
And I'm like just starting a sentence. You're like, yeah, that's very good. Like, what? I'd not. What?
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
This is. I'm not. It's fine. I'm not telling you off. I promise.
No, I know.
Okay. It's not my place to anyway. People will just unsubscribe.
People have literally streamed themselves just saying nothing and reading a book of Christmas stream. So, yep. People have. Hang on. What's the Christmas? Oh God, what's the LRR Christmas thing?
Oh, Cabernet and Christmas.
Cabernet and the whiskey.
Yeah, they just sit and drink whiskey for an hour in a quiet room and stare at the camera.
So there we go. If they can do that, they can basically do anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like showing your wife a text-heavy meme. She starts laughing, and you're like, "No way, did you finish reading that already?" Yeah. See, it's also that like whenever I show Sam any kind of text-based joke or something, it's like showing him as like. Can I take the phone away yet?
I've got to leave you to the point at which you think I'm actually not paying attention. Like, are you actually looking at the thing that I'm holding up with the...
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, no, no, it's halfway through. Bring it back.
Yeah. To be fair, my dad also does that.
I savour my words. What can I say?
My dad is an even slower reader than you.
Wow.
And my dad decided to read Ulysses once. I don't know how long that took him, but almost a year.
Great. I take time with my words. They have many different meanings.
You just sit there going,
I will have to send you the Dimitri Martin. He did like an hour long, maybe more, thing about the phrase "if I."
Oh wow!
He's like a sort of very pun heavy, I guess, stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did. I think it might have been award-winning. I'm not sure, but it's like it aired on the BBC. But it's like this whole one-man show that he put together called "If I," and it's simply about the phrase "if I" and its manifold meanings and definitions and interpretations. So it's really, really good.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
The English language is fascinating.
Yeah. Good writing is meant to be savoured, exactly.
Very silly. It's meant to be savoured, but it's meant to be savoured with a U in it. Ooh, take that, America.
Oh, no.
Get halfway through a paragraph and realise you're not paying attention. Oh, yeah, I do that too. I think everybody does that. Just sort of like, wait, hang on. What did I just read? No, you. Nice.
Like that look I just did was at... Actually, no, I have a couple of books on my shelf that have made me do that. There's... actually, no, the first one I'm thinking of isn't up there, but there's The Fractal Prince by Hannu Rajaniemi, who's a Finnish author, which is really, really good, but it's like kind of a heavy, distant future sci-fi written from the perspective that he's not going to explain anything to you, the reader. You have to figure it out by what he's saying. And boy, is that book a challenge if you go in unprepared. Hey, Parola, thank you very much for the 7 months. It's good to see you. How are you? I hope you're doing well.
Yes, welcome.
And the other book that I look up at is Anathem by Neil Stevenson, which is kind of written from the same perspective of I'm going to talk about a bunch of stuff, and I'm going to leave it to you, dear reader, to infer what I'm talking about from the meanings, from the context in which this is used. And I'm going to be talking about phones and video cameras, but I'm going to call this video camera a speedy capture. And I'm not going to tell you what that means. I'm just going to use the word speedy capture in a fairly sort of common, colloquial sense. And that's literally the word that he uses in the book because it's like a different alternate universe civilization to ours. It's actually a really good book, but it took me a long time to get into it because of this like just density at the start. And yeah like
good game.
Yes, thank you. I've just got music from Inscription playing at the moment, and I feel like it's like the spooky cabin music, and it's just it completes the mood. I think it's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also, Andy Pants only just got my joke. Yay! It's a Monday. You are excused.
Yeah.
Also, Pearly, you've got the stream is happening. Oh no, well, it's happening and you're here now, so all is good.
Yeah. Ray Tracer. Anthem was good, but you have to just go with it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I got to the end of it and I was like, oh, I liked this. This is a good book. You pretty much had to write it the way in which it has been written to make the points that, like, narratively, to reach the points and the destination that you got to at the end. But good grief, does that make it a hard recommend? It's not something you can just put in someone's hands and go, yo, read this, it'll knock your socks off. Because you've got, like... He just, like, park the book to talk you through some, like, mathematical calculations. Like the characters in it are doing homework and you're going to do it too. Like,
no.
Thanks, Neil. Great.
Bad.
Love that.
Ugh.
But, again, the point that it builds to, which I don't want to spoil because, hey, maybe all this glowing praise has inspired someone to go and read it. But actually it's good. Like, it's very good, and has as I think Stevenson seems to be interested in, like the concept on almost like a meta concept on the protagonist, and the protagonist of the book as the protagonist of the book, and all of us individually as our own life's protagonist, is like this theme that sort of comes up out of nowhere and like, oh, actually that's really cool. But it's a lot of work to get there, and so I don't blame people for being put off by it. Yeah.
Do you like it when your books confuse and bamboozle you? Yeah.
Then I have some recommendations.
Yeah, I was going to say, Sam is probably a good person to ask for those kinds of books.
Or maybe I'm just easily confused myself, I don't know.
Well, that too. I also wish to complain. My hat has managed to stay pretty much exactly on my head. Yours is having a time.
I'm moving about a lot of it. I'm very animated, but
Yes, you are.
I'm really pleased by how, like, yours is lined up perfectly wherever
It's
you are.
absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Turns out I don't move my head a lot in these streams.
No. Tell you what, if I make mine smaller, I reckon. There we go.
I do actually have a Christmas hat. I could probably put that on as well, but then I'll get very warm.
Yeah. Physically, one of the largest books you've ever read. Yeah, it's a large book. It's not. I mean, it's not Monte Cristo large, but because I'm waiting for that. But it's a hefty fella. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I should read Ulysses. I don't want to read Ulysses.
Then don't.
I won't read Ulysses.
You're not in school anymore. People can't tell you to do that.
No, that is true. Fun fact, though, one of the pieces that I was playing in Germany, was actually based on the last chapter of Ulysses, which is the bit with no punctuation.
Yay!
And it's weird. It's a weird work of art / music.
Right.
The singer has to inhale whilst speaking sometimes. Like, genuinely impressive. Like, she would have to, like, sing / speak an entire line, inhale a bit, and then carry on. So she was using the inhalation as actual breathing, which is not great for your vocal cords, and I'm surprised she didn't cough. But yeah, it was genuinely impressive. But yeah, wait a sec.
That sounds unpleasant.
It was a very, very freaky sound.
Yeah. All right.
She also has the, like, I have never heard someone do, like, a very high rolled R, like, kind of thing, but, like, really high, and with her mouth basically closed, so it sounded like a bird.
Right.
It was absolutely incredible, and it carried so well. It was, yeah.
I guarantee
she has...
everyone watching is now either trying it or thinking about trying it. It's...
Yeah! Try speaking while inhaling at the same time. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
It probably will make you cough.
Yeah.
We had to do that as well. Some of the musicians we had to do it in certain portions of the piece.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult, to do that with any kind of volume and not just make yourself cough.
Yeah.
Just thinking about it made you cough. Yeah. Would not advise. But yes. Shall we pop to a break and then come back with a game of some description?
We could do, yeah. The
You want to try? Your dog will give you a look. Fair.
But the looks from your dog are so good. Pleasure. Like, your dog has the best range of facial expressions.
Your dog should be an actor.
Yeah. She's great. It's just it is constant. Like, I think every single expression that I see, like, I would describe it starting with the word cheeky, and then it kind of builds from there in some direction. There's like scorn, disdain, judgment stuff, but it's always cheeky.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Isn't that how League of Legends Fiddlesticks voice lines are done? What, inhaling? I don't know.
I know exactly nothing about League's.
There's a word in certain dialects in northern Sweden that's basically sharp in-breath. It means yes. That's fun. Yeah. There's also... So, before we go to a break, I'm going to go off on a little tangent, because I think there probably are some people in chat who know about StarKid and their musicals.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Basically, so I watched StarKid musicals way back when they first started doing them, like A Very Potter Musical, etc. You only know that because oh, right, okay. Are we thinking of the same thing, Josh? Are we thinking of Wiggly? So basically, yeah, I've been watching StarKid, and I hadn't watched any of their stuff for years, and sort of got back into having a look at them recently, just sort of binged a bunch of them, and the latest ones that they've done are part of this series called the Hatchetfield series. It's set in this fictional town called Hatchetfield, in which there are some wonderful eldritch gods who are... I love them all. They are excellent. And the guy who does the voice for sort of the leader of that bunch of eldritch gods, eldritch name Wigog Urath, also known as Wiggly. The guy who does the voice for that chap called John Mattison, who I found out also streams, which is kind of cool. Apparently, like, does the laugh for him by laughing normally and then inhaling, because loads of people are just like, how do you do that? It's really creepy. So yeah, I assume, Josh, that's probably where you got that from, because yeah, apparently he was trying to work out how to do a creepy laugh without doing, bog standard evil sort of kind of thing, and he settled on that, and everybody was like, don't like it, and he was like, great. You were hyper focused on watching all of the Hatchetfield stuff. Nice. Yeah, so I did watch The Guy Who Doesn't Like Musicals a while back, I guess, when it was first out, and then I just forgot about everything else and hadn't watched any of it recently. Because I was talking to Sam about this. He's probably fed up with it by now.
Carry on.
Because obviously during lockdown and stuff, again, the people who know about StarKid here will know, but during lockdown they did a series called Nightmare Time, where basically they were all on a Zoom call and they would just do like read-throughs of sort of written, almost like acted short stories, little horror short stories set in this universe. And I was watching that, I was thinking, that seems like something possibly at some point down the line we could maybe think about doing something similar with, because it's like, ooh, that's, yeah. You were very vaguely aware of A Very Potter Musical, apparently missed a cultural thing. Oh, absolutely. The memes that have come out of StarKid musicals are thousandfold. There's a Cthulhu version of Fiddler on the Roof. I can't even imagine how that would work. Okay, sure.
Yeah, alright.
You watch all of Nightmare Time on 2 times speed because attention span. Oh wow, okay. Fair enough. Except for the music bits. Yeah. Yeah, they have a lot of very good actors there, and the sort of the main writers are fantastic. But
Fair enough.
But yeah. Sorry. Got onto that through inhaling.
Yeah, I mean, you asked me what I've been up to, and I went on a whole tangent about stories. So
That's fair.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's our show. It is as much your show as mine. You talk about what you like.
Yeah, but I do love the fact that an entire fandom of people can apparently go completely insane by one person going, "Hello, Fwendy Wens," over a theatre speaker, and it's like, what? It's like, when you know the context, okay, fine, but it's just like, what is this company? What? It's incredible. The tangents are the show, yes, and also, again, as I said to Sam, fantastic that a Harry Potter musical, a Harry Potter sequel, and a Harry Potter senior year actually predicted a heck of a lot of things in like the Harry Potter universe.
Oh, yeah.
And also things that She Who Must Not Be Named sort of did, because the first of the musicals that Starkid did, the Harry Potter ones, had a different Hermione from the next ones. And it's like, and I can't remember that. I feel like there is some kind of thing that is said. It's just like, oh, we don't notice the difference or something. And it's just like, gosh, this doesn't sound like anything that Rowling has done, does it? Her saying that, oh, I didn't specify Hermione was white, all of that absolute crap. Yeah. So it's just like, oh, interesting. Yeah, that was, yeah. A Shoggoth on the roof. If I were a deep one. Wow. Okay. Oh dear. You actually ever watch the Harry Potter stuff? They're worth a watch. They are genuinely worth a watch. Not least because the woman who plays Draco Malfoy, Lauren Lopez, is just she's such a funny actor. She's so her comedic timing is sensational. Yeah. But anyway, sorry, I got very, very distracted there.
I did
take a look... Draco Malfoy. Yes, sorry.
No, no. I was going to say, I did just take a look at the content warning for the game that we're thinking of doing. Yeah.
Okay, maybe not then.
I feel like I had looked at this before. I will find it again.
Okay.
Yeah, so the game may contain content not appropriate for all ages, including violence and use of illegal substances. The game includes dialogue pertaining to adult themes, including women's reproductive health and domestic violence, which some users may find distressing. So,
right.
I don't know. Like without like examples, it's difficult to make a judgment.
I feel like, at least as a woman, I feel like women's reproductive health doesn't necessarily need a content warning.
It depends. I guess it depends on what they say.
How the context? Yeah, I guess.
Which, like, that's the thing. I feel like probably if it's something that they're flagging up like this, then it's probably something that the developers / the writers are conscious of. It's like, you know, we're not like throwing things around for the sake of like cheap shock value. It's here because we feel like it, you know, forwards character development or something like that. But we also want you to be aware that there may be stuff in here that you don't like. Yeah, exactly. Well, some people have triggers, trauma around.
Oh, I suppose. That makes
like
sense.
That.
Yeah.
So
I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Also, yes. Good night, Kat.
Yes, good night. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. Yeah. Oh, Angela, unpronounceable second name.
Giaratana, or Giaratana.
Yes, Giaratana. Yeah, she commits to all of her characters, and it's kind of terrifying.
Well, okay. Well, I think Joey's about to leave the room anyway.
Right. So should we throw it to a break then?
Yeah. So I guess that's the content warning for what's coming up. Obviously, if we're under no obligation to keep playing things, if it just turns out to be like deeply upsetting or offensive or whatever, we can just stop and go to something else.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Whereas
that's-
chastity is terrifying. Sorry,
No,
we're back on
it's
Starkid.
fine. It's fine. If you, I mean, you know what I'm like. Yeah, right. We're going to go to break, so we will see you back here in like 5 minutes or so.
Hang on. Break long enough for Sam to make tea. No, it's coffee.
Not
5 minutes.
not this evening.
Are we coffee breaking or are we non-coffee breaking?
Not coffee breaking. No.
Okay.
If you want 10 minutes, I can give everyone 10 minutes. Would people? Should we just take a 10-minute break on this stream? Should we just do that?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. All right. Okay. So I'll set the time of 10 minutes, and we will see you back here in 10 minutes. Yes.
Bye for now.
Within the month. Old men running the world. That's one for me and me alone. I will see you back. We will see you back here in 10 minutes. Bye for now.